This is how we introverts talk. We do not want to be seen, we do not want to look you in the eye. We just want to be left alone in our own little world. Alright, so before I get started, if you are an introvert, you might be thinking to yourself, there's no way I am an introvert, right? Like, look at me. If I can speak like that so freely in front of the camera, how can I call myself an introvert? Well, I have to do this because I run a YouTube channel, and I always like to say that if someone like me is able to speak in front of the camera, then so can you, because I'm always your worst case scenario. But I want to clarify one thing first. I did notice that there has been an increased amount of content creators out there who claim they are introverts just so they can get more clicks and be relatable, when the truth is they are not introverted at all. And I want to say that I truly am an introvert. If you know me for real, you'll find that I am a man of few words. I do not mix well with friends and family. I am the forgotten one, the leftover one, as I like to see myself. And most of the time, I am portrayed as the least important person in the room. It is kind of sad now that I said it out loud, but here's the thing. I think that introverts are very special. There's a lot of unique and valuable thoughts stuck in the heads of introverts, and the ideas they have are often brilliant and sometimes genius. So in this video, I want to share with you how an introvert like me can actually run a YouTube channel. Now, this isn't one of those videos where I tell you to do step 1 to step 100. It is more along the lines of what gave me the confidence to finally do it and why I think introverts should give it a try. Hopefully, what I'm about to say will inspire many of you introverts out there. So the very first thing to me about becoming a content creator is the motivation. For me personally, I have a lot of things to say in my head that I dare not voice out of fear of embarrassment or out of the fear of being wrong. So that kind of demotivates me in speaking up. And to counter that, I need something strong, a very convincing reason on why I should step out of my shell and do the things that I am afraid of. Well, this is where I think you and I differ, because I can't tell you what your reason is, just like how you can't tell me what my reason is as well. You know how sometimes when you're in a meeting or discussion and someone asks a question that you think you have the answer to, but you doubt yourself, so you never did speak up, and then an extrovert voiced out the exact answer you were thinking of, which turns out to be the perfect answer. And that's when you thought to yourself, oh gosh, I should have said something because that person over there just got a promotion for speaking up. If this has happened to you long enough, you will start to have this urge inside you that makes you feel like you want to say or do something, and this feeling continuously builds inside of you. It's one of those feelings where you feel like you can contribute something valuable if only you can make yourself do it. Well, if you're actually feeling that way, then that itself is a good motivation to get started. And speaking in front of the camera is actually a lot easier than speaking to real humans. In some way, you do need to force yourself to get started to take the first step, especially the first couple of videos. But after that, it just becomes second nature to you. If you need a little bit of inspiration, I suggest watching a couple of videos by Tony Robbins or Gary Vee or any motivational speaker who inspires you. I find that to be really helpful. The second one is preparation. The reason speaking up on camera is a lot easier as an introvert is because we have the luxury of scripting up before we hit the record button. Since everything can be edited and modified, there's no need to worry if we said something wrong. It is not like we're doing a live stream here. I know we introverts have the tendency to build up perfect sentences in our heads before we speak, even if it takes a long time to construct that sentence, which makes it hard for us to speak to people around us. But on camera, that's different. Everything is prepared beforehand. I mean, even this video you're watching right here is scripted up. I curated the script before I hit the record button. So do take advantage of the fact that you can speak all you want, and if you don't like it, you don't have to launch the video, or maybe if you hate it so much, just delete it. My third point is persona. Now, I think this is no surprise to anyone, but most content creators you see, they are all fake in some way. I mean, even me, I'm sort of fake in some way, not because I want to, but because I have to, just because that's how this business works. So for me to be speaking with you right now, I actually have to put on this persona where I come out of my shell and just share to my heart's content just because it is my time to speak. I am the sort of person who does not speak up unless someone asks me to, otherwise I'll just keep quiet for the rest of the night. But if you give me the stage and your attention and you seek value from me, I am able to tear down the roof. So I know for sure that I can speak in that condition, and I just need to create that persona each time I record my video. Now, I know it can get a little difficult to create that persona, and you might think that you just want to stay who you are on camera. I have seen those channels who decide to take that route, and I dare say, not that I'm insulting them or anything, but introverts who tend to speak in their normal self, they lack the charisma most viewers look for. But I know one thing for sure, any introvert can share their values perfectly as long as they are talking about the topic that they are passionate about. Because I find that no matter what persona I built for myself, being able to have passion in what I want to say plays a big role. If you ask me things like technology or social media or side hustles or making money online, I speak with way more energy and interest than, say, biology or physics or health supplements. I know a typical introvert doesn't really sound like what I'm describing at this point, mainly because I changed quite a fair bit after producing so much content on YouTube. But I like to see it as a benefit, and it's not that being an introvert is bad. I just feel like there are times to be introverted and there are times to speak up. I think introverts are missing out on a lot of opportunities, not just on YouTube or other social media platforms, but also in their careers and life in general. And it's not that introverts aren't smart or anything. We are smart, but we just aren't that good at portraying we are smart because we lack the confidence to do so. And we all know that confidence is the key to almost anything. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you are not 100% expert in a particular subject or work, as long as you exhibit the confidence, chances are people will believe you and then you can figure it out later. That's how successful people work. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, he has this rule where he makes confidence decisions just by having a 70% probability. It doesn't have to be 100% all the time, my friends. So if you ask me, the main things I get out of running a YouTube channel is building up my public speaking skills and the confidence in myself in whatever I do. Because ultimately, introverts are just introverts because we do not believe in ourselves that much, and I think it is a waste of talent to not share our knowledge with the world. If you still find it difficult to be sharing your values on YouTube or other social media platforms, just see it this way. Whenever you start talking on video, you are not asking for someone's attention or permission to speak. You are just sharing what you know and love, and it is up to those people out there to choose to listen to you or not. If they find you interesting, they stay. If they don't, they leave. It can be 2 or 3 or 4 or 100 people. Either way, it doesn't matter, because all that matters is you did what you wanted to do, which is to build up self-confidence. Alright, so that's it in this one. Like, subscribe, thanks for the chat, and I'll see you in the next one.